Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found. On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Here's Darnold. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, Darnold. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about...
Darnold, he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Ingram again. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Rivers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ingram. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Rivers. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, they got him again. Harold Landry, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking downfield for Jones. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. It's complete to Hopkins. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake here. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, Delta!
On 3rd down, it's Ingram. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Rivers. He gets this one to Garcon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rivers on the money, complete. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Phillip Rivers with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Darnold. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now here we go on fourth. Darnold. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10. At the
380. 56. Hey, watch the lane. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Darnold now to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Hey, bro, 80. Keep it skinny.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. A first down throw, Darnold. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Darnold, and that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. The 30, 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it is 28-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led.